YouTube. It's 9 o'clock in the morning, August 24th, Sunday morning to be exact. We're on the road. We stopped at the Loves just across the Texas-Oklahoma border. Oh, God. We're currently barreling down the road on US 69 North, possibly future 44 North. I don't know. But we're aiming towards a Love's up in Illinois, about 3 hours away from our delivery. And then we deliver tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. We'll be there way ahead of time. And then after we get offloaded, we'll jet down to the yard where our loco should be waiting for us at the yard. And we'll get hooked up to our flatbed, and then we're going to go look into a load down into Florida for the best price. And then we're going to go and take our little vacation part 2 with me and my wife. So that's the game plan today. It's pretty much a boring ride because again, I just drive 5 hours, take my half-hour break, and drive 5 more hours. And I normally just sit here and listen to my audiobook and just relax. That's pretty much all I do. Dry van loads bore me to death. I almost cussed. It just bore me to tears, and the videos will bore you guys too. I'm sure it's not fun to watch. And I'm a new YouTuber. I'm not that skilled at filming. I'm still camera shy. Well, people see me talk to a camera. I'm still shy about that. So I'm working on it. I'm working on it. We'll get better with filming things. I still don't like filming the customer, and that's just me. I don't like it because that's something that I got to be conscious about, that you guys are listening, and I just don't like it. So we're trucking north. I'll cut back in when something interesting happens. I don't think so. I don't think anything will. But I will if anything does. You guys are on the dash, so all I gotta do is swivel you guys around, either to see me or see the road. And you guys want to see the road, you don't want to see my ugly face. So I'll see you guys in the next blink. pull in here to the TA. I think Taco Bell is better than Hardee's for lunch. The truck needs to shut down for a little bit and restart the computer, because the transmission is struggling for the moment. And I noticed after I shut it down, jiggled the selector switch, I think I know what the problem is, and it's the same thing El Loco had way back in the day when I first got him. It's a sensor on the side of the transmission goes out, and we're gonna go flip a U-turn and go in between those two white freight shakers. And oh, it's a reserved. I don't care about a reserved. I'm only here for 30 minutes. We're gonna go past these guys and then flip around. Oh, it's all reserved here, so oh, there's a couple pull-throughs right there. We'll go there. Now that I got my truck, a little bit better straightened. Yeah, we'll go right here. Overshoot. Come in. And then we'll back up. It's good that I use a selector switch, because that's kind of the thing that's keeping me going at the moment. 5.5 hours of driving. We drove. Come on, computer. 348 miles so far. We still have another. Come on, computer. Wow, my phone's being temperamental. Come on, look at me now. 313 miles left of our trip. About 4 hours, 50 minutes of drive time. We have 5.5 hours on our clock. So we'll have about 30 minutes, give or take. I do believe it's all interstate from here on out, as I put on my boots. I am hungry. So we're gonna let the engine cool down just a little bit. Then we're gonna shut the truck off. We're gonna go inside. It's not that terribly hot out, so we're gonna crack windows and allow the truck to rest a minute. We are going to get some fuel here as well. We're going to get like 50, maybe 60 gallons, and that will be the rest of the trip, because the rest of the trip is only 482 miles, and that's all we need. So I'm going to go in and get some Taco Bell. I'll probably sit down and eat in there, and then we'll be done for the day. Well, after 5 hours of driving. So we just got fuel, and I noticed after going in and grabbing Taco Hell, I was only in there for about 26 minutes according to the log. We went from 124 pounds of pressure, air, in both tanks, down to 82. That would make the transmission not want to shift. So that means there's an air leak in and around the transmission. Which correlates with the shifting problem that it sometimes randomly has. So, not a big problem, but a problem nonetheless. So now that I routed it down to where I needed it to go, and I think I probably should have gone out the other way. There's probably an exit out that way. Oh yeah, there is. Yeah, on the other side, but oh well. I make my own ways. But we're gonna get back on the road. I did send a message to maintenance saying I found the culprit of just having it be the transmission leaking air. Because if you don't know, an automatic transmission like this is air assist. It's a manual transmission with an air assist shifter. Computer moving the shifter arm. So it's still a manual transmission, just a computer uses an air assist shifting actuator. There we go. English is hard. So that's not a big deal. It's covered under warranty because this is the same year truck as mine and with less miles on it actually. So it's going to be definitely covered under warranty, and these solenoids go all the time. I actually got 2 solenoids on my truck. I bought them. They're inexpensive. So I definitely have extras just in case. I figured out where to go. There's a boat show happening like down the street, or where the lake that I showed, there has to be a regatta going there. Because there is so many fancy boats going that way. Like fancy boats. Like they're like multi-million dollar boats going that way. Like race boats and all kinds of other things. So I'm jealous. Alright guys, we're on the highway. We're gonna go and do this next 5 hours and we'll call it a day. Area and we're calling it a night. I wanted to go through and stop in Love's, but the current situation And that loves means it is overly full. I was going to park right here on the side just to have myself a little quieter spot, but I probably should have done that, because that looks a little, oh, there's one right there, right here, and that guy kind of doesn't know how to park. We are done for the day, guys. The Loves that I was aiming towards about an hour more down the road is completely full. So I was like, let's not do... What is that? I'll let you guys see it in a second. Leave me a comment if you see what I'm seeing. But anyway, it's completely full. The rest area just before it is temporarily closed, and I don't what do you call it? I don't want to risk going there and be like, oh no, because I only got an hour and 27 minutes left on the clock, and we're 40 some miles away. So it'd be about 40 minutes by the time I get there. So I didn't want to push the clock. As if we stop early, we can start early and still be on time. So that's the game plan. That's the thought process. All right, we'll take you away from there for a moment. See my ugly face. We got a extra burrito from Taco Hell and a sody water, so we're not terribly dire on food or rations, and we'll be in El Loco hopefully tomorrow. So we are a little ways away from where we need to be. We'll still be on time for delivery, so we're gonna be just fine. We'll be fine. But that concludes our video for today. Hit that like, subscribe, bell notification. It helps the channel out more than you know. Been seeing a steady increase on videos, or not subscriptions. Thank you guys for subscribing. Those that have, if you haven't already, hit the little subscribe button. It's free, and it influences me and gives me the motivation to make these videos for you. We will be in the dry van, or not. We will be out of the dry van tomorrow. I don't think we're gonna get a load, because we're gonna beeline it straight to El Loco, and then we'll get our flatbed back, and then we'll go into next week's adventures. So with that said, I bid you adieu. We're gonna let this truck, I'm kind of naming her Bertha, because she has her gremlins, but overall she's a pretty decent truck. Magic fuel tanks though. Magic fuel tanks. I think I'm getting like 12 miles to the gallon on fuel economy. There's no way. There's no way. So y'all have a great rest of your day, evening, whenever you're watching this. I'm gonna go and relax for a little while.